we risk becoming an island of strangers, not a nation that walks forward together.
In a racially aggravated assault, a 9-year-old British girl was attacked outside of her house with a pellet gun. It happened yesterday. The girl is traumatized but is safe. That is not the case from the young girl of the Sikh faith that was violently sexually assaulted by 2 white men wearing gloves, who called her racial slurs and told her to go home. Between these 2 events, we had the United Kingdom rally. 100,000 plus racists that gathered in central London hosted xenophobes, Islamophobes, foreign tech billionaires. 26 policemen were hurt. And between guzzling beer and stuffing themselves with the cuisines of the countries that they say that they despise, the so-called protesters in that march harassed people in the streets of London.
I was born in this country! I was born in this country! Then fucking love your country then! Smacker!
One of the most multicultural cities in the world. There is even footage of people openly calling for the Prime Minister of this country to be shot. But none of these people can be readily identified because the head of the Metropolitan Police, the man who says that he doesn't believe in systemic racism, believed that there was no credible intelligence of violence and that doing so, using cameras, the same ones that he used in Notting Hill Carnival, the same ones that can't distinguish between black faces properly, would be chilling for the right to protest. And once again, he said that he had no intelligence because apparently the month-long riots in Northern Ireland, the attacks and the tagging of foreign shops, the uptick of racist violence, the fact that some people that were involved in this march were accused of stoking racial hatred last year in the riots that happened throughout this country, in which they tried to burn down asylum-seeking hotels and they were attacking people of color in the street, is not enough intelligence for surveilling them. But Elio, calm down, you say. That's not the fault of the police. And besides, the people who enact these acts of violence are themselves to blame for the acts of violence that they perpetrate. To a certain degree, I see where you're coming from. If we weren't living in the world in which we're living today, in which the police has been emboldened to act against the people who do not fight against them, like climate change protesters, like pro-Palestinian protesters that are being arrested and convicted by the thousands. But at the end of the day, the blame of this wave of racist violence falls only on the shoulders of our spineless Prime Minister and our spineless leader of the opposition, who have literally painted the target on the backs of the people of color that exist in this country. This wasn't
an island of strangers.
But they made it an island of strangers.